Ну что, чатик, всем приветик. Как у всех делишечки? Кто-то за мной вообще скучал? Или не скучал? А то у меня стримчики что-то выпадают сильно. Блин, тяжело, когда стрим это больше как хобби. И ты типа, когда можешь, только запускаешься. Но они выпали просто, они выпали на какой-то период времени. Давайте говорить честно. Так. В смысле? Не... Ну да, полмесяца, согласна. Да блин, ну... Это не специально произошло. Я уже забыла, если честно, где тут что убавлять. Музыка где находится. Ну, такой себе отпуск был. Отпуск, знаешь ли, это когда ты где-то отдыхаешь. А я как бы, ну, вообще-то нифига не отдыхала. Поэтому это нельзя назвать отпуском. Вот так-то. Просто как-то со всеми вот этими вот настроениями, делами и так дальше получилось, что очень долго не было стримчиков, к сожалению. Я надеюсь, я больше так не буду делать. Это очень плохо. Короче, чат. Уже начинается новогодняя атмосфера. И сегодня мы отправляемся в Хогвартс. Потому что Хогвартс пахнет Новым годом. И это кайфово. Я думаю, ну пора. Не, блин, я сегодня расстроилась. А чё он шалит? Чё шалишь? Алло. Не знаю, сейчас посмотрим, шалит или не шалит. Потому что подключен через NVIDIA Broadcast. По идее, все должно быть ок. Ну, это по идее. А что по факту, мы не знаем. Так. Ну, короче, я перекласснула на всякий случай. Вдруг что-то поменяется? Да, уже музыка. Да блин, кстати, запуск такой длинный. У Хогвартса же, типа, мы подготавливаем все туда, сюда. Я вот, кстати, не знаю, на какой я факультет хочу. Возможно, пойдем на тот, на который определит шапка. Если... Короче, я в том году проходила Хогвартс за Пуффендуй. И Пуффендуй там очень мило, красиво. Но мне хочется еще что-то посмотреть. Ну, Слизерин. О, сейчас покажу, кстати. Вот, это мой прошлый персонаж. Так, а ну. Что, не видно? А, все нормально. Вот. Так, покажись. Вот. У меня вот такой вот персонаж, короче, был. Я, может, потом покажу мир, который у меня есть. Типа с Пуффендуя. А пока я думаю, да. Ой, какая красота вообще. Мы рады сообщить, что вы приняты в школу чародейства и волшебства Хогвартс в качестве студента 5-го курса. Семестр начинается 1 сентября. Ой, я не знаю, кстати. Сейчас будем решать. Для вас собраны школьные принадлежности, которые будут сопровождать вас во время путешествия в замок. Как вам, возможно, известно, указ о разумном ограничении волшебства несовершеннолетних запрещает использование магии лицам моложе 17 лет вне школы. Однако в связи с вашими уникальными обстоятельствами министерство любезно согласилось позволить профессору Элиазару Фигу помочь вам отточить заклинание перед вашим сопровождением из Лондона в замок на пир в честь начала нового учебного года и церемонию распределения. С уважением, профессор Уизли, заместитель директора. Блин, я, кстати, не решила, за кого я хочу, за мальчика или за девочку. Давайте выбирать. Так, а я, по-моему, за вот такую вот. Ой, тут все. Так, если за мальчика, то я думаю, за вот этого вот. Так, это у нас мальчик. Давайте на Слизерин. Блин, этот на этот. Это кто-то добрый. Это девочка или мальчик? Это девочка, походу. Это тоже девочка. Ты злота? Нет. Тебя точно нет. Блин, мне почему-то кажется, что вот он неплохо смахивает на Слизерин. Если мы все-таки туда пойдем. Так, это что, меняется лицо? Так, на второе норм. Это нет. Не подходит вообще. Я урода делать не планирую. Вот, пусть вот такое будет. Сейчас посмотрю. Блин, я знаешь, куда хочу? Я хочу на Когтевран посмотреть. Он добрый мальчик у нас. Так, будет он у нас очкариком или не будет? Без очков будет. Так, стрижечка, это у него вторая, да? Ох, ты шо, какой смазливый мальчик. Так, о, мне вот этот, кстати, нравится более-менее. Так. Чепушилка. Блин, я бы девчонку сделала какую-нибудь смугленькую, вот с таким вот, с такой вот притчей. Так. Сейчас это ему оставлю. Так. А мужицкое что-то будет? Нам что-то мужицкое надо. Вот это с хвостиком сейчас заставим его. Ой, я хочу кучерявика. Так норм или нет? Я даже не знаю. Оставить кучерявого или все-таки какого-то типа вот такого? Смазливый или кучерявый? Чат, срочно надо ваше мнение. Вот, кучерявый? Или какой-то типа вот смазливый? Ладно, будет смазливый. Раз вы не можете... Такой будет. Ой, цвет волос же я не выбрала. Мне нравится. Так, на второй. Это нет. обойдешься без шрамов. Так, цвет глаз. Ой, прикольные голубые какие-то. Нет, сейчас вот где-то вот здесь вот. Пусть такие будут. Мне под цвет волос можно, пожалуйста? Вот какие-то вот такие. Не, это слишком ухоженные. Такс. Блин, почему нельзя, когда в салон приходишь, тоже так чисто почпунькать, посмотреть, что тебе подходит, что не очень? Было бы классно. Какая чисто монобровь. Такс. И вот эти вроде понравились. Вот, пусть эти будут.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be...
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
That was quite something. I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class. I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you. That was quite something. A few cobwebs and some dust. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Так, какое мы имя даем ему? То, что это Уизли, мы и так уже все дружно поняли. А как братьев Рона звали? Блин, кстати, никогда не задумывалась, я не запоминала их имен. Боб. Боб Уизли. Можно. Блин, вообще, если честно, ничего в голову не лезет. Если на девочку, я бы придумала быстрее. Ну да ладно. По барабану. Блин, я не помню, я включала ли я субтитры.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Этот забавный.
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatregoers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea. As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I'd been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
Блин, мне Хогвартс очень нравится по графену. Сейчас, когда в замок прибудем, там вообще будет топище.
you left for Scotland.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How
Он тоже в
extraordinary.
шоке.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the ministry.
Have you seen this?
Моя камера не
I have
перегораживает ничего.
opinions
Да я
differ
могу
as to how
куда-нибудь
great a threat
передвинуть.
Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I.
Der особенный. Моя любимая.
Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We didn't. The key! Give me your hand! Are you all right? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir, if you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
How far did that port key take us?
farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins.
Я бы тоже хотела до какого-то портала дотронуться, чтобы в Северной Шотландии оказаться.
It's not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that portkey to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be. Mind your step.
Так, новая карта.
Where do you suppose your wife got the portkey that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the portkey, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center. Excellent! That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. Ah, up there.
Ну, это было логично. Yes.
We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself. Reparo! Almost there.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Так, все, что кажется необычным, да?
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
that enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking?
Так, стоп. Нам сразу сюда, или же, может, там еще что-то можно посмотреть, я уже и не помню. Тут тоже что-то есть, походу.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Так, а это ничего ж нету вроде, да? Так, ну бежим туда, значит. Блин, парнишка такой забавный вышел. Я хотела какого-то злого сначала сделать, но у меня не получаются злые. Злые это не ко мне.
What's this? Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
Так. А мы не можем никак с этим взаимодействовать? А, вот.
What in Merlin's name?
Во имя Мерлина.
Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Hello?
Здравствуйте. Как-то мягко они его будут. Кукусики.
It can't be.
Не может быть.
Just a moment. Ooh. Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume. Precisely. The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course. This way, then. Stay close. After you.
Младшего не жалко. Блин, вообще прикольно. Я бы тоже покаталась.
If you don't wish to lose them.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantment.
Водопад, который всю магию смывает.
Experience experienced the thief's downfall before, have you? Heard of it? These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
На таких горках желательно еще по мешочку выдавать на всякий случай.
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw in the porky container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until
Фига себе.
today.
Ой, а что тут? Ну, я не хотела посмотреть.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
Ну, а сундучок осмотреть мне можно вообще? О, монетки, монетки. Я не ворую, нет. Я просто посмотреть хотела.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait.
Опля.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Да ну что ж такое? А, стоп. Вот лошарик. Я завтыкала, что надо по несколько раз на пробел. Так.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Так, ничего обыскать нельзя.
A door.
Well,
Опять
that's a
со знаком.
start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw on the port key container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos. This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
Так, а меня Люмусу обучить можно? Я тоже хочу идти
I
и
see
светить
something up
палочкой.
ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor.
There must be something to that. I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Так.
Lumos!
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
А теперь я бы отошла лучше.
Look out!
Ой!
Protego!
Accio! Descendo! Levioso! Deposo! Expulso! Deposo! Levioso! Confringo! Protego! Descendo! Confringo! Levioso! Exposo!
Protego!
Deposo! Protego! Levioso! Confringo! Exposo! Stay close!
Luma. Professor! Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Where am I
Зашибись.
supposed to go?
А, вон, туда нам.
What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere.
Блин, люблю новые игры. Все понятно сразу же, что делать, куда идти.
That's where they're leading. That glow again.
Старых сам придумай, сам найди. Так, что тут опять?
Lumos.
Так.
Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time.
Ой, там. Сундучок.
Lumos. to align these statues with their reflections.
Так, я же что по 3 было, правильно? Ну как мне? Стоп.
Perhaps I need to get them all to stand at once.
Стоп. А как мне... Вот.
It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here.
Да ну не так же ж резко. Дайте мне хотя бы... Блин. Так, все.
Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Protego! Stupefy! 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 Protego! Stupefy! Lumos.
Так, ну чё. Здесь все получилось. Дальше куда нам? Ага, вот сюда. Спасибо. Ой, что-то красивое. А ну, а здесь ничего нету больше? Не, походу только вот это вот.
Lumos.
Так, а мы ж можем?
Hello? Are you there?
Professor Fig.
Yes. Godric's heart, I'm glad you're all right. I'm somehow back in the entry room to the vault.
I don't see a way to open the door.
There must be something. I'll keep looking over here.
Так, ну что, пойдемте искать способ открытия этой двери. Как ее можно открыть? Ой, так, сундучок. Сундучки мы любим. Блин, здесь ничего нету, точно?
Lumos.
Так, а здесь же ж ничего нету, верно? Мне только с той стороны надо искать. Че я туда сюда пришла? Стоп. Ага, тут ничего не происходит. Так.
Revelio.
Ого. Внимательность. Просто топ.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder... Follow my lead.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge. And the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see?
Вы особенный бог.
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they had the key to the vault.
Только они ничего здесь не нашли
Choose your
толком.
next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key.
Все,
and
лучше
the-
гоблин молчи. Бедный гоблин. Он был хорош.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps Perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here.
Ой, эта музыка вообще кайф.
We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Черный лес, что ли? Ань. Ой. Блин, как красиво. Блин, обидненько за Хогвартс, что они даже не попали в номинацию никакую в этом году. Обидненько. Столько номинаций, и Хогвартс тут даже не попал.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock.
Игра действительно классная.
I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between
И
you
графика очень
and me.
красивая.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
Ну и когда хочешь чего-то такого атмосферного, то я почему-то сразу начинаю думать о Хогвартсе. Ну, он прям атмосферненький.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Уже все десерт доедает, а он только топает. Все веселье пропустил.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome.
You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain
Сейчас определит меня на какой-то...
What is it?
Давайте.
Is it ambition? I may seem single-minded, but it is important to go after what you want from life.
Я хочу или на Слизерин, или на Когтевран. И хочу с первого раза, чтобы получилось попасть.
I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in
О, все, отлично, я согласна. Я же сказала, с первого раза, пожалуйста. Главное правильно захотеть.
You belong in Slytherin.
Конечно, на Слизерине такой рыженький кучерявик не очень подходит, но да и ладно. У них у всех с лицами проблемы, так что рыжий кучерявый тоже нормально.
Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite
Мне вот любопытно все-таки, почему с 5-го курса.
This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
Стремление.
Very well. Aspiration.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Так, ну что? Блин, прикольно выглядит. Ой, пойдемте стырим яблочко. Вкусненько тебе. Кушай на здоровье. Блин, необычненько. Ага, это тоже комната, все. Это все весь этаж комнат, правильно я понимаю? Скорее всего, так. Вот это все комнатки. Блин, тут еще водичка. Так, это же все комнаты, верно? Да. Так.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
It's that new fifth year. Must be starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
I wonder where they're from.
Блин, такое все холодное здесь.
Already knew that. Can I help you?
Чем могу помочь? О,
You're the new
Себастьян.
5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Так. Это было
It
захватывающе.
was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation
Скажи,
for another
контакт с
time.
Себастьяном
It was
наладили.
good meeting you. Good luck today.
Блин, ну пусть эта гостиная поприятней будет.
If you do that, you'll lose. Trust me. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. They should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you and Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Прикольно.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Такс. Это скромняшка, да, вроде? Ой. Блин, а это аквариум. Точно. Ну, точнее, подождите, это мы
That
типа под
memory
озером,
find us
правильно я
back
понимаю?
Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you,
Блин,
Ominous.
Well,
круто.
you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Не переживай, мы стесняться не будем.
Slytherin in here. Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Да кто тут кричит? Угу. Сейчас пойдем. Подождите, я хотела посмотреть. Ой, тут нельзя посмотреть? Блин, жалко. Было бы круто, если бы можно было покачественнее типа, посмотреть. Я расстроилась.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Я думаю, так он гораздо быстрее справится со всем.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
What one can learn when keeping one's mouth shut in the common room.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
Так, надо потом не завтыкать, где это находится.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Ревели, это ж...
Revelio.
Вот это? Да. О. Статуя Кельпы. Угу. а эта статуя изображает кельпы, водяного демона, оборотня, родом из Ирландии и Великобритании, который обычно принимает форму лошади с длинной гривой. Самый крупный кельпи, о котором когда-либо сообщалось, это лохнесское чудовище в Шотландии. Так. Угу. Блин, их тут много ж, если я не ошибаюсь. О, снаряжение. Ой, можно будет переодеться. Ага. Так, а ну-ка. Очки. Так, пусть. Использовать, если... Так, а ну-ка, подождите. А как здесь работает эта штука, которая... Ну-ка, секу. Что, у меня больше ничего нету? У меня же игра там что-то дарила. Так, ладно, пусть пока в очках походит. А, вот, F, изменить внешний вид. Так, будешь пока ходить без очков. Пока у меня все равно нету ничего интересного. Вот, я нашла. Так, так, ну пока пусть в этих побудет. Господи, какой ужас. А ну-ка. А нету ничего, да? О! Так, у нас вот такое вот есть. Вот такой мистер волшебник. Вот это кайфовая. Ну, такая хрень еще имеется. Ну, пусть будет мистер волшебник такой в черненьком. Ой, не туда. Сюда. Так, красненький. Зелененький. Это при параде. Так. Блин, я даже не знаю. А пусть будет такой при параде. Так. А ну-ка. Повернись лицом. Пусть будет в очечах. Все. Так, а тут задание у нас отображается. Блин, мне кажется, я еще ничего не сделала, уже час времени прошел. Так. Коллекции. А коллекция что там у нас? Угу. Ага, 1 из 150. Отлично. Блин, было бы круто все собрать. Потому что я когда играла, я все не собрала далеко.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
Вот это может быть. Да нет.
Ah, good timing. perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense
Когда у
Against the
тебя
Dark
Бог не
Arts
знает, что
class?
такое защита от
Defense
темных
Against the
искусств.
Dark Arts,
Вообще
as the name
странный.
implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately,
На
we are
Слизерине
lucky
все
to have the
становятся силами
ever-gifted
темного
Professor
зла.
Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of
4 года,
Revelio
быстро догоню.
earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig.
Ну да, есть такое ощущение. То сливочное пиво попивают в Хогсмиде.
Provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Так ты ж не видела мои
I'm
заклинания.
afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Как же учёба, все дела.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides,
А почему вот мужчин называют волшебники, а женщин ведьмы? Почему нельзя женщин тоже волшебницы называть? Алло, почему ведьмы?
Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Так.
Revelio.
Так, фонтан в центральном зале. Богато украшенный фонтан с искусно вырезанными статуями обитателей волшебного мира, в том числе с каменными сиренами, обрамляющими основание фонтана. Стоп, а здесь, по-моему, еще что-то летало. Мне показалось. Вот. Это как собрать? Или это не собираются штуки, я не помню. Вот, отлично. Статуя Грегори Льстивого. Эта статуя изображает средневекового волшебника с заискивающим ухмылкой Грегори Льстивого. Он известен тем, что изобрел елейную мазь, которая заставляет пьющего верить, что тот, кто дал им это зелье, является его лучшим другом. Какая прелесть. Кстати, нужная штука, я думаю. Очень нужная. Так. Тут бы еще вспомнить. А ну-ка раз. Ну-ка, а как их нажимать? Блин, я... Как-то нажимать эти хрени? Ой. Ладно, хорошо, потом разберусь. Чатик, вы не помните, как вот эти вот штуки нажимать? Я, по-моему, помню, как их решать, но как именно нажимать, не очень.
Revelio.
Так, не понял, что тут нету этой хрени? На каких настройках, кстати, я не смотрела. Сейчас гляну. На высоко. Ну, высоко. Я ничего не меняла просто. Даже не знаю, есть ли смысл менять.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a
Revelio.
We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't. Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin?
Сейчас познакомимся.
Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am
У меня еще
confident
FPS залочен.
that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your... Splendid! Not to worry. Now,
Стоп, а его
think of
типа
this
отпускать
like
надо?
gobstones, if
Да.
you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are some... Very good! That's it!
Так, надо переделать.
Very good! Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go!
Женщина, отойди, пожалуйста. Мне не нравится то, что ты делаешь.
I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
А, нет, стоп, да? 50?
Watch this.
Отлично. Так, женщина, поддайся мне. Ну куда ж ты вот это вот выводишь вечно? Блин. Рано.
Brilliant. Let us see this.
Не буду на это смотреть. Это ужасно. Мы проиграли, девчонки. Да, мы уже проиграли, девчонки. Блин, катывайся только. Нет, стоять на месте. Вот, так-то лучше. Так. Так, я считаю, что нам нужно повторить
Let
результат.
us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! That is how it's done.
That's it.
Блин, серьезно? Серьезно? Я ее шарик типа подвинула, и это ей засчитало? Ах ты, зараза ты такая.
There we go.
Капец. Капец, как обидно. Блин, нет, нет, не перекатывайся только. Молодец.
Quite impressive. Watch this. Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Блин. Ой! Я отвернулась, короче, и посмотрела в чат. И завтыкала ножом. Ну ладно. А можно повторить? Плиз. Ты что, Слизерина? Я на Слизерин, блин, отвернулась, называется. Ну ладно. Фиг с этим.
A tight game. It turns out we were evenly matched. Took me weeks to become
Ну, как бы она
proficient
4
in
года
IQ.
училась, и я
Took
тут
weeks for me to get
новенький.
anything right when I
Поэтому...
transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
Так, что там, профессор? Что так меня хочешь?
Well, you'd be
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did.
You know,
I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? And what a close match between you and Miss Onai. Invigorating.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Отлично.
Revelio.
Так. Колись, мужик, у тебя есть где-то тут Ревелио? Что-то интересное. Ой, ее можно
After my
разбить?
brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Нельзя нам сюда. Так, ладно.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Так, хорошо. А что у нас по коллекциям появилось? Ага, это то, что я находила. Окей. А в испытаниях...
Revelio.
Так, скелет Авгурея. Это скелет ирландского феникса или авгурея, чрезвычайно пугливой птицы, которая может рассказать приход дождя, а ее скорбный крик, как когда-то считалось, предвещает смерть. Ой, прикольно. Так, мы еще новую открыли, да?
Revelio.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner. Levioso.
All my students would step. I do enjoy lively duels.
Себастьян, как там на полу
Not
зовется?
bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Бля, вот эта улыбочка, конечно.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Себастьян, ты же на нас не обиделся.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Конечно, мы тоже не можем, да, сюда залететь, да. Так, это нам вот сюда вот куда-то.
Revelio.
Фига себе, девчонка тащит. Мне почему-то казалось, что эти штуки должны быть на каждом шагу. Их так много. Вот этих вот записочек. А их нигде нема. Ой, как красивенько.
Revelio.
Десмонд Долговязый. Это статуя волшебника Десмонда Долговязого, высокого и худого волшебника, который, кажется, очень гордится собой. По какой причине, никто точно не знает. А что здесь?
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Revelio.
Can I help you?
Мальчишка.
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones.
Но сам в них не участвую.
It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Конечно.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Protego, Levioso, Lumos. Levioso.
Don't shy away now.
Levioso. Protego, Levioso. You're better than that.
Туру-туру-туру. Поганка, может ты там этот?
Is that all you've got? Levioso. Descendo.
Find the one.
Опля! Изи. Можно что-то поинтересней?
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organize these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Туру-туру-туру. Так, ну что, можно идти искать какие-то задания?
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
I'm truly sorry. I didn't mean...
Тут ничего нема. Слушайте, а нам предлагали сходить в Хогсмит. А мы сейчас можем туда отправиться? Или пока типа задания не будет? Наверное, пока задания не будет, мы не сможем никуда пойти.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Salem. He never backs down from a fight. Revelio.
Фонтан в виде виверны. Этот фонтан на дворе трансфигурации с изображением виверны служит местом отдыха и собраний студентов, несмотря на слухи, возможно, спровоцированные сэром Кэдаганом. Это, безусловно, не та самая виверна из долины реки Уай, убитая веселым рыцарем помимо его воли. Угу. Что с этими штуками надо делать? Блин, нет, что-то другое с ними надо. Ладно, окей, хорошо. Я типа пока еще не научилась. Угу. Ой, я хочу киску погладить. Погладь ее. Уа. Кстати, а ему она подходит. Рыженькая такая. Прикольненькая. Ага, дополнительные уроки. Так, а это что у нас? А что у нас за задание есть? Мне казалось, что на задание нет, а сейчас... Какое у нас задание? А, послеурочное задание от Уизли. Ну окей, хорошо. То есть я не знаю, куда мне надо. Шла на уроки к Уизли. Ой, это Добби!
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Блин, нужно найти Пуффинду, и там их комнатка есть.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
Отлично,
I
профессор.
heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... What was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings.
Мы можем сейчас Себастьяна позвать.
Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Так, ну что?
Revelio.
Частичная трансфигурация. А частично преображенная чайная чашка, вероятно, на скорую руку. Исправленная ошибка второкурсника. Она явно служит предостережением для тех студентов, которые не хотят всерьез устранять всю сложность и опасность трансфигурации. Ага. Так, а с этой стороны что-то есть? Или нема нифига? Так.
Revelio.
Ну чё, где наш Себастьян? А, вот, мы к этому придем сначала.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Так, заберите парящую страницу рядом с разбитой статуей. Ох, ё.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Так,
Accio. Got it.
Шпоник. Готово.
A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted
Reparo.
lover thought accurate and lashed out.
Шпоньк. Отлично.
Revelio.
Такс. Что у нас там дальше по заданиям? Это у нас... О. Так. Все, я думаю, нам вот сюда вот.
Accio!
This cannot.
Revelio.
Fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ой. Да блин, я не то хотела.
Charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to
Я бы
accompany you
маску
to Hogsmeade
хотела.
for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Говорит дрожащим
Well,
голосом.
I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall
Не,
we?
подожди. Куда идем? Нет, не идем. Надо смотреть, куда тыкать.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I.
Зашибись.
Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested
Не
me in
обязательно
duel.
было двери в
The way
замок
I see it,
запирать.
I'd be wise to keep an eye on you.
Revelio.
Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you
Короче,
manage to
тебе
get on the
просто
librarian's
повезло.
bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself.
Ой,
Quite a
какое.
sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Блин, как круто.
Likely already named.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely.
Вот туда вот
They
надо
think
идти.
it's too dangerous.
Все, спасибо.
I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh?
Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my
Да
secrets
фиг его
now,
знает,
can I?
мне тоже интересно.
You still haven't told me how you became
Ну,
so
типа,
good at
быстрее
dueling.
бежать они не могут, медленнее, ходить нормально тоже, походу. А ну, кстати, не, ходить он тоже не может.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
На джойстике можно? Да блин, мне как-то на клаве привычней, что ли. Надо будет потом попробовать на джойстике, если понравится.
Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle.
Shift точно не работает, сейчас Ctrl попробую.
Good luck to both of you.
A demi, guys.
Не, на Ctrl
I
только
don't know what he's
кувыркается.
putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
Блин, как тут атмосферно
Honestly,
вообще.
if one could bottle the magic of this place, I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Такс. Нам нужно вот сюда вот. Так, лавка Оливандером.
Merlin's blooming beard, not a gem.
Revelio.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new 5th year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No.
Блин, жалко, что не можешь сделать себе такой же причесон на 5-м курсе. Можно было бы такого дебилушку создать, прикольного.
10.5 inches? You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here.
Попытка номер 3. Так. Так, спираль пепельно-коричневая. Тополь, перо феникса. Довольно гнущийся, 11 дюймов. Угу.
How intriguing.
Ой, вот это красиво. Так, первое мне нравится.
Curious indeed. How intriguing.
Ну, есть, нет. Блин, мне нравится, наверное, вот это. И нравится мне... Нет, не вот это, а вот это. Или вот это. Вот эту хочу. Только в темном цвете. Нет, стоп, это наоборот светлый.
How intriguing.
Блин, а что-то более темное можно? А ну, сейчас я еще хочу глянуть. Не, ровное не по мне точно. Вот. Вот это вот отличный вариант.
Curious indeed.
Да? Ой, может. Сильно простая такая.
How intriguing.
И я выбрала. Так, а здесь же больше вариантов. Угу. Тополь. Так, 11 дюймов. Я хочу 13. И гибкость. Упругая.
How intriguing.
Так, а здесь у нас тополь, сосна, груша. Так, давайте мне...
Curious indeed.
Так. Перо феникса, сердечно служишь сердцевиной. Ага. Способна вызывать мощную магию. Стабильную. Или же... Блин, хочу перо феникса.
Phoenix feather. Exceptionally rare. And a core with a strong sense of initiative. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
Красивая палочка, я считаю.
Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you just as you learned from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Of course. And a phoenix feather core is terribly selective. This will be an excellent match indeed. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Так, стоп, это нам... А как выбрать какой? Фолианты и свитки. Давайте, наверное, фолианты и свитки пойдем по порядку. Так, стоп, а какие там еще варианты? Фолианты и свитки, зелье Джи Пеппина и волшебное брюква. Так. О, кстати, можно... Вот, нам вот сюда вот.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Revelio.
Так, ну что, мужчинка. Расскажи мне что-то интересное.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all
Нам бадьян
ailments.
здесь надо купить или что тут?
You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at
А, нет,
Hogwarts.
рецепты.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Фига себе, дорогое удовольствие. Такс. Так, все, у него здесь точно ничего нема, да?
Revelio.
А не, вот, все имеется. Зелье Джи Пеппина. Магазин зелья Джи Пеппина был основан в 1753 году и является аптекой в Хогсмиде, где владелец Гэри Пеппин продает широкий ассортимент зелий и ингредиентов для них. Такс.
An inquiring mind.
Ой. Прикольненько.
Revelio. Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda's student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look. Let's look at what we have, shall we? If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Так, что тут еще интересно? Ой, стоп, тут было что-то? Да, вот. Зачарованная лестница. Зачарованная лестница в фолиантах и свитках, которая раскладывается, если нужен доступ к определенной книге. Владелец по имени Томас Браун продает различные товары, в том числе магические рецепты, которые необходимы для колдовства. Такс. Отлично.
Revelio.
Так. Волшебная брюква. Где находится волшебная брюква? Так, мне кажется, где-то вот... Так. А, вот он. Надо было сначала туда идти, да ладно. Такс.
I wish I'd paid more attention.
Ой, там это летает, да? О. Отлично. Первая из 8.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Oh, the dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you then. Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a 5th year. You must be positively reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo. Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases from me. But what say we get you a packet of Dittany seeds?
Let me guess. You're after something fresh. Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest,
Так, все,
I'd
дальше
wager.
собираем денежки.
That's everything. Better go and find Sebastian.
Ну-ка, секундочку. Так. Встретиться с Себастьяном. Ну, можно идти к Себастьяну. Думаю, это отличный вариант.
I'm just trying to practice. I'm sure I'll have it full.
О.
I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
А вот и интересненькая подъехала. И идти никуда не пришлось. Дубинка пожестче палочки будет.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
Надо было еще дольше думать. Контрол, дугашка. А! Куда ж ты, дурной?
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it. We'll wear him down eventually.
А, я сейчас умру уже. Если я буду такая невнимательная. Да ё-моё. Ладно, если что, я лучше этот... Да, господи. Пей давай. Да. Да все, давай заново. Мне не понравилось. Мне не понравилось, как я... Да привыкла. Блин, а я не помню, тут можно сфокусироваться или нет?
I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Привычка
Did you get
штука
what you
плохая.
needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it. We'll wear him down eventually.
Confringo. Confringo.
What was that?
A taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done.
А, блин, дурно это. То я просто в первый раз была не
Goodness,
готова.
A second troll. Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things
Да,
back to where
конечно.
they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Repairer.
Oh, hello there. A moment if you would.
I'll go and see what he wants.
One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about. Repairer. Lucky they didn't do more damage.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
О, это шмотки, которые шмотками торгуют. Так, о, давай, мы заслужили на чашечку кофеечку. Ага. Так, стоп. Блин, прикольненько.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we?
Давай, что ты нам
Plenty for your
подарил?
perusal today. Take your time.
Угу. Угу.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that I was almost pulverized by a troll.
I'd say that I agree with you.
Perfect. The 3 broomsticks is just this way.
Предлагаю переодеться. Так, мантию сменить. Пока в этом ты мне нравишься больше. Так. Кстати. А что у нас тут еще есть? О, 8 защита. Так. Ну, по внешке я пока тоже. Но еще зима не пришла, поэтому будем ходить пока. Блин, кстати, вот это стильненько выглядит. Можно и вот это вот оставить. А у нас Зеленая мантия или же... Вот, да, она с зеленым. У нас есть... Нет. Сейчас мы зеленую. А вот это вот. Вот. Все. Отличный вариант. Ладно, ходи пока у этих.
Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to
Revelio.
shop at your leisure.
Манекен в магазине «Шапка-невидимка». В отличие от заколдованных манекенов, которых студенты используют для тренировочных своих дуэльных навыков, манекены в магазине «Шапка-невидимка» служат лишь для демонстрации последних достижений волшебной моды. Так, ну чё? О, тут можно мастер сделать? Стоит под дождем, ждет что-то.
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
Давай посмотрим. Ой. Там бумажка летает, мне бумажка нужна.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go. Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack.
Блин, я хочу книжку, короче, где есть рецепты, типа сливочного пива и всего вот этого вот, с Гарри Шпроттера и так дальше. Блин, я еще книжку Скайрима хочу. И готовить всякие рецептики такие необычные, это вообще по кайфу было бы.
Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the 2 of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying
Он сейчас расплачется.
butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Вот это женщина, вот это я понимаю.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promised to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle.
Revelio.
Три метлы. Нынешний владелицей заведения является Сирона Райан, но говорят, что 3 метлам столько же лет, столько самому Хогсмиду. Это давнее место сбора жителей деревни и студентов Хогвартса, которые хотят насладиться сливочным пивом или огненным виски. К сожалению, на двери мы еще открывать не научились.
Revelio.
I'm certainly glad Sirona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Harlow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
Так, где моя гостиная? Так. А где гостиная? Так, стоп, назад. Как мне переместиться? Где моя спальня? Я что, не врублюсь, где моя спальня находится? Почему я сейчас не могу быстро переместиться? О, вот гостиная Слизерина. Все, отлично. Чатик, я думаю, что мы, наверное, сегодня будем заканчивать. У нас сегодня будет коротенький стримчик. Привет. Давно не виделись. Короче, чат, я думаю, сегодня будем заканчивать, а завтра подольше посидим. И как раз-таки побольше всего сделаем. Сейчас как раз-таки хороший момент, чтобы закончить. Да, ты вообще прям вовремя зашел. Как раз таки на финалочку. Нашел, когда присоединиться. Ну, я за стрим не предупреждала, и вообще стримов давненько не было, поэтому да. Неожиданно получилось. Но вот как-то так получилось сегодня. Я хотела еще вчера запустить стримчик, но вчера кое-что пошло не по плану. Вчера мы собирали полочку, и это заняло, к сожалению, больше времени, чем хотелось, поэтому до стримчика руки сегодня дошли. Как-то так. Но ничего, я уже залетела в Хогвартс, поэтому Хогвартс будет регулярно. Так что такое. Вот. Ладненько, чатик, всем спасибо, кто был на стримчике, всем хорошего вечера. Ну, видишь, как хорошо. А сегодня ты тоже, я видела, занят был чем-то. Не, у меня оповещения приходили, что ты в что-то играл, так что занят был. Зайти пораньше не мог. Ну так я не в Киеве сейчас, поэтому не получится. Так что такое. Ладненько, чат, всем хорошего вечера и до завтра. Думаю, завтра стримчик тоже будет часиков 6. Поэтому всех буду ждать с нетерпением. Все, пока-пока.